Ken folks, people all over the world, welcome to your favorite show and mine, We Talk Sports, hosted by yours truly, CJ Richardson. Week 3 is in the books. And we got to talk about it, man. My Dallas Cowboys took a tough one on the chin this week, defeated by the Arizona Cardinals 28-16. That'll be one of the topics we discuss this evening. But I got special guests in the building. What up, Alvin Francis? What up, Valerie Grigsby? What's up, Zaquan Knox? What's happening? Carolyn Moppin Price is here. Tanya Tyson, how y'all doing this evening? Jerome, Big Rome, what it is. Now I know the whole wide world is talking about the Dallas Cowboys, and we know why. America's team. Everything that happens with Dallas is bigger than anything else that happens in the world. When Dallas lost, I thought the season was over. I didn't know what was going on. I almost felt like the Colorado Buffaloes, the talk of the town. But I appreciate it, because when you're a Cowboy fan, we are the talk of the town. It's 31 other teams, and there's us. We stand alone. But before I start this program and bring my panel on, I want you guys to know one thing. This is an interactive program. It's a weekly program, and you guys can be on this program. It doesn't matter which team you cheer or boo for. It's a sports debate show. We talk sports. That's what it's called. So you don't have to say, oh, I don't like the Cowboys, so CJ won't have me on my show. That is a complete, I ain't gonna say LIE, but it's a mistruth, because I invited several sports fans from various other teams, Eagles, Giants, Cowboys, Cardinals, you name it, Steelers, you name it. I invited them tonight. If they were busy, they couldn't make it. But I got some special guests in the building. Let me introduce my distinguished panel. First of all, I got my partner in crime, my man, Justin. What up, Jay?
What's up?
Hey, welcome to the program, man. I see you sporting that Diggs with that new Cowboy gear and the gloves, man. You're looking good, man. You're looking good.
Tough loss last week. Tough loss
last week, man. Yeah, we're going to get into that, man. Let me introduce the rest of my panel right now. I got my brother from another mother. My main man, my partner in crime, Rodney Jones. What it is, Rodney?
What's going on, Cowboy Nation? What's up, family? How y'all feeling?
There ain't but one nation, and that's the Cowboy Nation. But as I said to you guys, I did invite members of other teams to the program. And I got this guy. He's been on the show before. And y'all gonna ooh and ah and wah and oh my goodness when I bring him to the stage. But he talks sports. So I gotta introduce y'all to this. He's a Commander fan. He's laid back in the cut. He just got his ass blown away this past weekend. But he has the nerve to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. But we welcome him like we welcome everybody else. What up, family? What up, Rodney Johnson? How you doing, bro?
What up?
Let me put you on the big screen. What is all that ugly stuff you got on? What is that? A snuggle? A snuggie? A pull-up?
90 years of misery.
What, you sleeping? Hey, needless to say, welcome to the show, man. Hey, look, so for real, everybody here took a L last week, so, you know, but some people say a L is a L. I disagree. You know, it's how you get that L. Rodney, y'all were never in the game. It should have been a donut. Should have been a 40 burger with a donut. It was 37-3. But y'all trying to tell me
they gave us the 3.
I know that. But we fell short as well, Rodney. So I can't dog it. It's so bad, man. So here is my my first reactions of the evening. That's your first thoughts of this past week. I need each of you to give me your first reaction. I'm gonna start with Rodney. Rodney, what's your first reaction from last week? The NFL, the Cowboys especially.
Man, blown away. Totally shocked.
Right.
Because before the game, I thought we were going to put 40 on them. Cooper Rush would have been in about mid-third quarter. We were relaxing, chilling. And it didn't go that way.
I would agree with you, my brother. Justin, what's your first reaction from last week?
2 words: trap game. I saw this as a trap game. We typically lose to somebody every year that we don't have any business losing to. Last year was Jacksonville. This year is the Cardinals.
Gotcha. And Rodney, before I go, I will let you. This boy done changed clothes.
He got a whole department store.
Hey, Rodney, so y'all lost 37-3. What is your first reaction of that loss?
Well, let me go back to training camp.
That would be the first reaction because that's training camp. What happened
that was
past
the first reaction. That was training camp.
No,
that's what I saw in training camp.
That was a beatdown.
We beat our own selves.
Well, you got what you deserve.
Defense didn't show up. My boy Chase Young looked like Haynesworth. I don't know what else I can say.
You said enough. You said enough. Hey, look, right? My first reaction is, man, look, any given Sunday. I'm a diehard Cowboy fan any given Sunday, man. And if you've been following the Cowboys, I'm a longer. And y'all know in recent years, we play down to the competition. Y'all already know that. We play down to the competition, and that's exactly what we did this past week. We played down to the competition. Some would say we overlooked them, but I don't say we overlooked them because it's the NFL team. Our team is young. It's week 3. You don't overlook anybody, but I do think we played down to the competition. I also think that moving people around was a problem as well, man. So I'm feeling some type of way. Where's Rodney? Rodney done left. Okay, he's back. Yes. So we took that L, and you know, every time the Dallas Cowboys lose, there's one man that takes the blunt of it all. Do I need to say his name?
No, you don't even need to say it.
So you already know who I'm talking about.
Yep.
So I just want to know, see, a lot of people say Dak Prescott lost the game. I want to say before I even turn this over to the panel, he was a part of the loss, yes. He threw a crucial interception in the game, but for anybody, Cowboy fan or not, to say, oh, Dak Prescott lost this game, I don't know what game he was watching. The Arizona Cardinals scored every possession they had in the first, all five possessions. They scored. We never had the lead in the game. Dak hadn't had a turnover in the game until the final 2 minutes, I believe.
It's like 3 and some change.
The final 3 minutes, 2 minutes. But they say Dak lost the game. Dak didn't run for 220 yards. Dak didn't jump offside numerous times. Dak didn't get those pass interferences. Dak didn't call those crazy plays in the red zone. This was a team loss. Everybody that knows football knows this whole team didn't show up. And if you want to have to blame it on somebody, who's the number one person that runs the team? You got to blame it on coach. I was a head coach before on several different levels. I would put this one solely on me. I lost this game if I was the coach. And I go back into the locker room and I tell the guy, put this one on me. We're better than what we showed this week. So how do you feel about placing blame on one person for the loss, Rodney?
Casuals will always blame Dak, but people who actually watch the game and sit there and, you know, really analyze what happened before and after the game will say that, like you said, this was a team loss. You know, Josh Dobbs, I think the first play of the game went for 40 yards.
Right. And nobody wants to say who had contained but went inside. But don't nobody want to say nothing about that.
You know,
I got a name and a number, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
But we post snapshots of stuff we don't even know about. you just see players. You don't know the coverages. You don't know what the routes is called. We don't know who's the hot man because things look open sometimes. That's what a defensive coordinator does. He make it look like it's open, but it's never really there. The only thing I say with that last play, Mike McCarthy just needs to tell Dak, I know you're a dog. I know you want to make the plays. Just throw it away. If it's not there, just
he made
throw
a
it out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a horrible throw. It was a horrible throw. What do you think, Justin?
One stat that just stood out to me was Brandon Aubrey, our kicker, accounted for 10 of 16 points we scored.
Correct.
That tells the story right there.
Right. We suck in the red zone.
When your kicker accounts for half your point total and they going down scoring touchdowns, you're not winning that game.
Right.
And blame to be put on Dak Prescott, I feel that's unfair because I
Bingo.
feel like it was a complete effort where blame could be put on the defense. We had the coaches cussing out the defense. We had receivers pointing fingers at each other for not running the right route. I mean, it was a complete lackluster effort all around. So
CeeDee Lamb didn't run that fade route
because
with any power.
CeeDee Lamb tried to draw a penalty as opposed to making a routine catch that he normally makes 9 times out of 10.
Right. And since we're talking about accountability and who lost the game, even though you're a Commander fan, what do you have to say on your behalf of how you guys fared in that game? Who's to blame the most for your loss, Rodney?
I'm gonna blame the coach.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm gonna blame the coach, this is the main reason I'm gonna blame the coach. Our team has no stamina.
Okay. You got blowed out. I'm glad you're here, though.
Yeah, well, I've been, like I said, I have to go back to train. I went to all the training camp. But what I saw is we have no offensive line, none whatsoever.
Right. But what I'm going to say, when you talk about your offensive line, I can't even let you get that out because I had 3 linemen, Pro Bowlers on the sideline, Pro Bowl calibers. We didn't have 3 of our offensive linemen for the game. Our number 1 cornerback was out for the game. So we ain't here to make excuses. We're working with the pieces that we had. You know,
yeah, but
y'all had more of your team. Y'all had more of y'all team than we had of ours.
Exactly.
Okay.
And lost by 34 at home.
Right. So you say coaching on your behalf.
We didn't just lose. We got embarrassed.
Yeah.
We got embarrassed by how we played. We got embarrassed by the play calling. We got embarrassed by the fans.
Well, let's talk about this though. We're talking about quarterback, like we're talking about the quarterback of our team, Dak Prescott. What are your thoughts and opinions on Sam Howell? You know, because he had 4 interceptions this past game. How do you feel about him overall? What do you like about him? What do you don't like about him?
I don't like him because he holds the ball too long.
Okay.
Anything over 3 seconds is done. He's done. He's going to pull up.
Okay. Well, you know, I don't really care, but I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? But I understand that's football talk. Yeah, he does hold the ball a little bit too long. And Joanne Renfro wrote, our O-line stunk. You didn't have your starters out there, Joanne. And I actually thought at times the backups, it was 2 guys that it was their first game starting. And I thought they did pretty fairly well under the circumstances. You know, so I'm not mad at the offensive line. They were thrusted into duties, and they, based on the circumstances, I thought they did pretty well. How do you guys feel about how our offensive line did overall under the circumstances, knowing that we had 3 starters on the sideline? How you feel about that, Rodney?
I mean, I do agree, and it's not like they knew weeks or days, so we get something prepared. Even myself, when I clicked on the screen, I was like, hold on. We got 3
numbers ain't right.
I knew the center wasn't going to play, but I was like, Zach Martin and Tyron Smith. I was like, ooh, that's not good. Yeah, but they did play decent. They played decent. So
they played decent. Yeah.
Decent. I'm gonna keep it short.
And let me make this thing perfectly clear before because you know every show we get non-believers. I ain't gonna even call them the H word tonight. I'm gonna get the non-believers. We get the non-believers on here that think that we're making excuses, yada, yada, yada. But it is our show. We can do whatever we want to do, but we don't make excuses. What we're saying is we're giving you facts, something that a lot of people don't bring to the table. The Cowboys were missing 3 of their offensive linemen. And I don't know another team that can miss 3 offensive linemen and put up a fight. Because I've seen 8 or 9, 10 sacks on teams that missing 1 lineman. And it happened to us one year against Atlanta. We were missing 1 guy. And I think 1 guy had an all-pro game.
Yeah, all 6 sacks.
Yeah. So what do you think, Justin, about the line? How you think they fared?
They were serviceable, but please sign this guy. Please.
I know you
want
him
back because you got his jersey.
Please sign him.
You need that Zach Martin jersey.
But despite us being down 3 linemen, Tony Pollard had his best game since coming back.
Oh no! Hold on, I got to read this comment. Kimberly says, "Stephen Boyd, get your hating butt up out of here." Xavier, Redskins, Brown. Hey, they can stay. You know why they can stay? Because everybody's welcome on my show. You know, because the fact that they're here means I'm winning. See, I'm not like the others. You know, I welcome everybody. This is the place where you can come and you can speak carefree. And as long as you don't get out of pocket, you can stay. You know, but what happens, Rodney, when you get out of pocket?
Yeah, it's out of here.
So we welcome everybody. And matter of fact, if Stephen Boyd or Xavier Redskins Brown wants to link, they can even come on the show. See, that's how carefree we are with our Cowboy talk, our sports talk. You know, we don't care where you're from, where you're at, where you've been, what you want to talk about. If you want to talk sports, we're here for you. We're here for you. So all that extra. And see, here's the thing that they don't want to talk about. And Rodney, you here on the screen. I appreciate you here. So Xavier Redskins Brown and Stephen Boyd, tell us how last place feel for the last couple of years and your ass going straight back. Let's come on the show and let's talk about that. See, all y'all want to talk about the Cowboys law, but you ain't never told nobody how to look up, how you got to look up from the ankles and see all ass. Because you don't want to talk about that, though. Nobody wants to talk about that. How you looking up from the ankles and all you see. Y'all know what you see. 2 years in a row. You ain't won nothing. You ain't gonna beat nobody. Come on now. But if you want to come, don't be one of them in the chats type of people.
December.
You got the link, Rodney. Send them to your homeboys. If they want to go one-on-one, they want to talk real sports, come on, don't type it. See, anybody can sit behind a typewriter. Most women do that. You know what I'm saying? Come on here and talk face to face and tell me something that I don't know. Tell me how many times the Cowboys done walked the dog on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me.
December.
You know what I'm saying? Tell me how much money I done won messing with the Commander fans. Tell me how many times I done had Rodney Johnson sitting up here in the Dallas Cowboy outfit. Tell me how many times Twan Buckner, I had him in a Cowboys outfit. See, you mess with me, you end up doing something you ain't got no business doing. You end up in a Cowboys jersey. You end up on Broad Street with a sign saying, "He got me." That's what you gonna end up doing. He got me. So I love football talk, but I don't mind making wages. We can swap jerseys on game days, whatever you want to do. You know, so I don't just sit behind a keyboard and make video. Captain's log. Ain't no Captain's log. It's CJ's log, and I want all the smoke. If you want it with me, I want it with you. You know what I'm saying? When y'all get beat up 37-3, y'all got beat up 37-3. You should have turned the TV on and went to bed. The Cowboys lost a respectable game, and all of a sudden you're peeking back out like buzzards. Oh yeah, I'm a little fired up.
Now you look fired up.
Yeah, I'm a little fired up because I want the smoke tonight. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's get back to sports talk. Okay. All right. So since we're talking about Dak, we'll get back to December. We're talking about Dak. Here's one thing that's really ticking me off about the Cowboys and some of the Cowboys fans. Okay, y'all don't know what you want. You don't know what you want. You don't know what you want. You want Dak to be a game manager. That's what you wanted. Y'all wanted Dak to be a game manager. And know what he's been doing? He's been doing exactly what y'all want. He's been doing exactly what Mike McCarthy wants, and it's not that recipe. You gotta let Dak be Dak. You gotta let Dak be Dak. You gotta let Dak be that gunslinger. You gotta let Dak be who he's been every year except for last year. You gotta correct some of the mistakes he's made, but you can't take his ability to sling that thing deep. Because you're changing. He's not going to be the same player. You can't just give him the green light. Oh, you got the green light this series. Y'all want a game manager. So what do you think, Rodney? If they want a game manager, they get a game manager. They still not happy. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the game. Dak is a winner. You know who's a game manager? Trent Dilfer, Joe Flacco. Yeah. What's his name for the Raiders? Got his ass blown out in the Super Bowl.
Right.
Those type guys. You know, a game manager is a guy like Zach Wilson, Sam Howell, Jacoby Brissett. You see what the Miami Dolphins did with Tua Young. That offense is humming.
Right. He threw a lot of interceptions. Know what they said? Keep slinging it.
Keep slinging it.
What do you think, Jay?
If 1 + 1 = 2, there's multiple parts to this equation. Dak is one. The other one in that equation is his receivers. Dak can only do so much, but his receivers have to fulfill the rest of the equation to equal 2.
I got you. All right. Here's a question of the comments. Michael Wesby says, after the game when Dak spoke about the media, how do you feel about what he said? I concur. They did get what they want. They wanted to see the Cowboys lose. They got what they want, a humbling loss. That's what he said. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with any of the guys saying anything, for real. Because when I play sports, the heat of the moment, you can say what the top part don't bother me. I'm more concerned about what you do on Saturdays and Sundays and Thursday nights. You know what I'm saying? Monday nights, I'm game day guy. That talk don't mean nothing. When I played, I talked a lot of sugar honey iced tea. And for the most part, I backed it up. But every now and then they caught us out there. But that's part of the game. You should be a little bit cocky, you know, when you're playing the game. But Dak simply said, hey, the media got what they wanted. They got what they wanted. You know, they got what they wanted. So it's all good. I ain't mad at them. Rodney, you got what you wanted, didn't you? Rodney Jones? Johnson?
Got that?
No. Is he asleep?
Sleep like the Commanders?
Okay.
Don't talk about no sleep now.
I didn't know what you were doing over there.
No.
Hey, look, everybody knows that the Cowboys are the talk of the town, win or lose, because the media has set a narrative where if the Cowboys don't win a playoff game or two, it's a failure. If they don't go to the Super Bowl, Stephen A. Smith always says, just wait a little bit, you'll see what's going to happen. He's a Steelers fan. They've been sucking for years. Yeah, they got 6, but they ain't no top team or whatever the case may be. But all of those dudes that talk about the Cowboys on a day-to-day basis, they got a vendetta against the Cowboys. You know, most players hate the Cowboys because just like all the college teams hate Colorado now, it's because the spotlight is always on another team. It's never on your team. You know what I'm saying? That's the real reason, you know? And only one team is going to win the Super Bowl every year. But if Dallas loses, boy, you can bet your sweet everybody's coming out the woodworks. You know? How you feel about being a Cowboys fan, Rodney?
I feel pretty good. You know, it is what it is. I wouldn't want to root for no other team. You know, Lord, God bless you, Johnson.
Here we go.
God bless you.
Steelers have never been trash. Okay.
And that's my boy D right there.
I don't care who he is. Is he a Steelers fan?
Yeah, he is still a fan.
Oh, well, no wonder you said that. God bless you, bro. God bless you, bro. I'm sorry. You a Steelers fan. I'm sorry, man. You take what you want. Live in your little world. You got your 6, but what you did since that? You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. Y'all have been trash. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you think, my bad. 9-8. Oh, that ain't trash. Okay, compared to the standard. See, the Cowboys can't be 9-8. If they 9-8, they trash. Oh, so you right. Y'all 9-8. Hero. My bad. I'm sorry. What's his name again? Devon.
Yeah.
Is that him? Devon?
Yeah.
Hey, Devon, we sorry, man. Y'all ain't trash. You some cut. You some. He said, not in my lifetime. How old is he, Rodney? Young guy?
Yeah, 29, my age.
Oh, you ain't even seen all the Super Bowls. I give you 3. You got 3. You ain't got 6. You got 3. It's all good though, man. All right, it's all good. All right, look, let's get back to football, man. I knew this year, with Mike McCarthy calling the plays, that it was going to be different, and I told a lot of Cowboy fans, I was like, week 1 and 2 really didn't give me an indication of Mike McCarthy because the defense was so dominant. You know what I'm saying? So we really haven't seen Mike McCarthy. And I tell everybody every year, it's gonna take me until game 7 and 8 to figure out exactly who we are. You know. Hold up, Rodney, because see, right now, I think you done soiled your britches. Because I said the Cowboys defense was dominant the first 2 weeks. Now I want you to answer this straight question, Rodney, since you here and you done soiled your britches. I'm gonna put you on the big screen. Tell me how the Cowboys haven't been dominant the first 2 weeks. If you're in your football expertise, here we go.
You were dominant, but you didn't play nobody.
Hold up, Rodney. This for you. Did we make the schedule? Huh?
No.
Did we make the schedule?
No.
All right, leave me alone. I'm saying you only play the schedule that's given to you. We've been 12-5 the last 2 years. I mean, regular season, that's pretty good. Some people would love to have 2 back-to-back. Y'all would love to have it. I mean, so see, sometimes when we talk, we have to break stuff down. Just break it down. What was your record the last couple of years, Rod?
Oh my God, I knew you was gonna come with that.
Exactly.
Bottom. That's the record. Bottom.
Bottom. And Stephen Boyd and whoever that other Redskin fan is, why don't you post the standings for the last couple of years? You know what I'm saying? But y'all won't do that. See, y'all like talking about the Cowboys, but you never talk about your Raggedy team, your Raggedy Stadium. You got new owners. You all up in front of the goddamn new stadium. Hail to the Commanders. It's a new season. And y'all going back to the bottom. And that's my reason. Captain Dave.
We growing.
New energy. New ownership.
The new energy. What new energy? Where the new energy at? Right, I'm gonna put you on the big screen. Talk to me. Show me the new energy. Show me the new energy.
Look, it's coming. It's coming. That's all I can say.
Oh man.
Once we get the kinks out, it's coming. And we're gonna play.
Oh man. Hey, bro. All I heard. This is all I heard. Got dirty on the off season. We got Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson is the owner. Magic Johnson. I said, what are you going to play for the Lakers again? What Magic going to do? What Magic going to play for the Lakers again? He ain't playing tight end for the Redskins. Let me tell y'all something, man. Hey, let me tell y'all something, man. This is exactly how I feel about Magic Johnson being a minority owner of the Commanders. It's like Popeyes.
Oh God!
Y'all know Popeye. Y'all know ain't no black people own Popeye. But that's who worked there. And we gonna buy that chicken. You know what I'm saying? It's a front. I'm sorry.
That chicken from Popeye.
Love that chicken from Popeye. All right, look. Let me make a disclaimer. Before we get any further, before anybody get out of pocket. This is merely sports talk. We're simply having fun with friends. This is an interactive podcast, and you can be a part of it. It doesn't matter which team you cheer for or not. We just love sports, so I bring my boys on here and we talk sports. It doesn't matter what team or jersey they represent, man. All right. Woo, boy, we having a good time. All right, let's go to the other side of the ball, man. Because both of us had defensive woes this week. Both teams, the Redskins and the Cowboys, had defensive woes. I want to start with Justin on this one, man. What disappointed you the most about the defense, though? I mean, what made you feel the worst?
Not having Diggs out there, the miscommunications with passing people off on defensive assignments. But Bland, I knew would struggle because I felt they were going to take some shots at him just to really try him because the passing lanes haven't really been there with Diggs and Gilmore there. So I knew they were going to take a shot at him and really try him. He's going to get the best of everybody going forward because until he proves himself that you can't throw at his side, teams are going to target him. But I think towards the end of the game, he really started to kind of get comfortable showing promise that he could play that outside. So,
right. Yeah, I fully understand what you said, man. A lot of blown coverages, missed assignments. What do you think, Rodney?
We lost the game in the trenches. I feel from the jump. I feel like if our front seven would have been solid, it would have helped the back end out a lot.
Right.
They were pretty much getting washed all game, and we were just leaking.
I know, man. And I feel, I just think, some people say one person can't make a difference in a defense. Maybe you never played sports before. One person can make a big difference. One person can make a big difference. Y'all seen it before in the past. It was the same thing. I had deja vu all over again when we had a corner on one side and we didn't have one on the other side. Also, I'm not sold on 21 yet. Because he's been getting tore up in one-on-ones and trail technique all year. Gilmore has lost a little bit of a step in my eyes. He hasn't been performing like I would like to see him dominant. Oh, he's been still top tier, but not dominant. And that's a problem. If he's going to fall off, lose a step, and not look like his old self, then we got bigger problems ahead. Now, Rodney, your defense just got buffaloed. What would you like to say about that?
I'm not going to say that. At the beginning, no. At the end, yes. But when those 4 interceptions and the fumbles, they basically just gave up. And because we actually held the Buffalo, but because all the points they got off our misfortune. Majority of their points they got off our misfortune.
Well, their running backs were averaging about 8 yards a carry.
Yeah, right. Where I sit at, and when you look down,
the boy had 15 carries for 98 yards. That was 6.5. Allen had 3 for 46. That's 15.3. You put that all together.
I gotta say, not in the beginning.
Okay.
At the end, at the middle, and at the end, yes. Because the defense looked like from where I sit at and when I'm looking down on the field, they look like they gave up.
Okay. I can go.
That's what I saw. But like I said, when you throw 4 interceptions, you're not going to win the game, period.
No, you're not. You're not.
You're not.
Whose fault is that? Who chose Howell over Hinkie?
Oh.
See, to me, when y'all got rid of Hinkie, whatever you want to call it, which I like because he threw interception to the Cowboys too. But when you got rid of him and you said you're going with Howell, I knew it would be some growing pains for you guys as well.
And they didn't want to pay him.
Right. What up, Carlos? We got an Eagles fan. If he wants the link, he can get it too. Because 3-0 don't mean jack to me this early in the year. And I got to see you twice. And y'all don't look that good either. Philly fans, I know y'all out there. I got a whole lot of Philly fans on my page. All of them look like they got double wide trailers. You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting it out there. They all say the same thing, and they terrible. They're terrible.
The Eagles are doing what I wanted them to do because they got to win early because that back half of that schedule, they got us twice, they got Kansas City, and they got San Francisco. So if you struggle early out the gate, you ain't making the playoffs on the back end.
It's brutal. It's brutal. Hey, look, so it's almost 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, man. We're here each and every Tuesday night talking football. And once again, it's an open invitation to anybody that wants to talk sports, man. It doesn't matter which jersey you wear. And I reiterate that because I know you see familiar faces on the show, and they're good friends of mine, but we want new faces as well. We got a lot of keyboard champions that watch the show. I know most of you because I read the comments. I just don't respond. We got a lot of keyboard champions, man, and we need some of you champions to put a face with that talk. You know, put a face with that talk. You know, we here every week exposing ourselves to the internet, and y'all know the internet. You go on the internet where you're vulnerable to everything that the internet has. I half the time when y'all say something about me, I read it and keep on going because you can't let other people control your emotions. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we love talking sports. And you'll see us, and we've been here for years. We ain't going nowhere. We don't think we're better at sportscasting than anybody else. I just grab my friends. We come on and we just have a big online football talk show, and it's family friendly as well. So we invite you guys to get involved. Don't be the keyboard champion. My inbox is always open. When you want to cuss me out, you're in the inbox. Why not say, hey, I want to come on the show? Now, I got a mute button, so you can come on here and get records, but we got you. We got something for you. So we just talk football, man. This boy done changed again. Man, this dude is wild, man.
The defenders.
Hey, what up, Mill? Got another Eagles fan on here, and he owe me. I don't want to believe it or not. The Cowboys are 2-1, but I got some debts that need to be paid to me because I make smart bets, and I got a lot of debts that need to be paid. You know, I ate today on a Commanders fan. I did. Felt good too. It felt good. I ate today.
Oh, I remember that the lunch
because a Commander fan had to buy me food today. You know, so. It's all fun for real, and I want everybody to know that we're just having fun online. All right, so we're about to throw away week 3. That's what we're about to do. Is there anything y'all want to say about week 3, all 3 of you, before we go to week 4? Is there anything you'd like to say, Justin?
Michael Gallup had his best game since the ACL. 6 receptions, 92 yards, and was averaging 15.3. And his longest was 27. Tony Pollard had his best game, and he ran for 122 yards on 23 carries. So I like those 2 things going forward.
Yes, sir. What you guys say, Rodney? We putting week 3 to Pastor. What you got?
Week 3 away. One thing I think we need to do is use Brandon Cooks a lot more. We're not using him as good as I thought we should.
Right.
We need to bubble screens, drag routes, get him open so he can run after the catch. You know.
Okay. I'm good with that. And I'll add this before we go to Rodney, man. It was just poor, man. What I saw, it was just poor. Poor effort, poor coaching, poor scheming, route combination sucked. Red zone play calling was horrible. it was just a mail-in game to me. Like, I don't know if it's a blessing in disguise, because if that don't make you mad, I don't know what should make you mad. That wasn't the Cowboys team that I thought I would see on Sunday night. But you know what? It's over, and we're throwing it away, y'all. So, boom. I'm finished with week 3, and let's see what Rodney has to say about the Commanders. Look at this boy.
What the hell is that?
That's why I like having new people on the show, because you never know what you're gonna get. What you gotta say about week 3 before we move on to week 4, Rodney?
Week 3 is in the graveyard.
Okay, right with the Skins. Okay, all right. So let's get back to football and let's talk about week 4. Okay, so coming up week 4, the Dallas Cowboys host the New England Patriots. And is your game away or home, Rodney? Y'all got the Eagles.
Yeah, we go up there.
Okay, y'all go to Philly. So just like that, let me go ahead. So y'all heard it here first. What up, Tyke Jackson? Let me just be clear. So y'all heard it here first. Cowboys win, Redskins lose. Back to 500 football for the Commanders.
Back to the bottom.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go first, Rodney. What y'all got to do to beat them Eagles? Tell me, Rodney, what you got to do to beat them Eagles?
We're gonna beat the Eagles. You know why? Because they're full of it.
Okay.
As for the Cowboys, y'all gonna lose.
What?
Trust me.
Look how he said it. Look how he said it, y'all.
Confidence.
Look how he said it. This how he said it.
Up for that one.
Rodney, you're terrible, but we're glad you're here. So, Rodney, moving forward, man, we got the Patriots this week, man. Talk to me.
We got to do way better than we did last week. We just got to come out there and we got to play fast. We got to play smart and just come out with a victory. We got to play how we played in the first 2 weeks. Offense and defense. No turnovers and playing team ball. Everybody has a job to do. If everybody does their job, we'll be good.
What you got, Jay?
Zeke had 80 yards on the ground, and what they're going to do is they watched that tape last week, which showed we gave up 148 yards rushing in the first half. So expect the Patriots to pound the ball, and they are going to definitely play on the fact that Zeke is coming back to Dallas for his revenge game. So I expect them to run the ball and give a heavy dose of Zeke and Ramondre Stevenson to us, and we're going to have to stuff the run and make Mac Jones beat us with his arm.
I kind of like this game for a multitude of reasons. First of all, Zeke comes back. And everybody that watches the Cowboys, that follows me, y'all know Dak and Zeke were two of my favorite Cowboys players. And the tandem, I love the tandem, how they brought back the energy in 2016 because the whole fan base was down, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't really understand all the hatred towards Dak, because Dak has brought us further while he was here than before he got here. But y'all don't remember none of that, so you got to go back and watch the film. So Zeke comes back. New England comes to town. Here's a fun fact about the Cowboys in out-of-division games. We struggle. We struggle out of division. We run the division. And if anybody has got anything to say about that, just look it up. You can Google it. It's Googleable. So I get concerned when we go out of the division. I don't know if it's the scouting. I don't know if it's the preparation. But we tend to struggle out of the division, and that's a problem. So I think the blessing, because I told you guys earlier, I was like, it's a blessing in the disguise that we lost this past week, because now we will be focused for Kansas City, and we'll go out there and we'll execute, and I think we will win the game. I think it'll be a tough-fought game. You know, if the defense comes back to form and we don't miss any assignments, we'll win handily. But if we come out like we came out last week, it's going to be another dog fight. And who knows what side are we going to come out on? I'm just being real. We struggle out of the division. You can look it up, you know. And if you looked at the previous 7 to 8 games that we had played, the Arizona Cardinals, they beat us. They got that mojo for the Cowboys. So we got to get our mojo back this week versus the Patriots. So we need to come out with some killer instincts. We got to change up all of our signals, because they got 2 players that know everything about us, Zeke, and they got Will Grier. Y'all remember Will Grier?
Yep.
He's with the Patriots, knows everything about the Cowboys offense. So we got to change up everything. for this game, pretty much, or either go silent, yada yada yada. So it's going to be a little bit more of a chess match than we think. So we got to see. We got to see what's happening. But I think we're going to bounce back this week in a big way to set up that marquee matchup against the San Francisco 49ers, the game that everybody wants to see, but one game at a time. Now, Rodney's already guaranteed to win. He done changed again.
Whew. He got a whole department store back there.
All right, I got a comment down here. Clarence Burvine says you're playing against an intelligent coach. That was an old Belichick. That's not the new. That's not the Belichick now. The Belichick now might get fired. He on the hot seat. With all his greatness, no Tom Brady. What has he done without Tom Brady? He can put together some defenses against some mediocre teams. Right now, it's Belichick versus McCarthy, and that's a toss-up. But ain't nobody scared of Belichick now. Soon as Tom Brady left, all the mystique was gone. Somebody said Spygate. Exactly. Spygate, man. Spygate.
All right, man lost Tom Brady and stopped cheating. Was never.
All right, so we're going to look around the league right now, man. What is the most intriguing topic right now to you all individually? And I'll start with Rodney. What's the most intriguing thing that's happening around the league in your eyes?
I guess the recent, Colin Kaepernick, he sent a letter to the Jets wanting to join their practice squad.
That is intriguing.
That's intriguing.
How do you feel about that?
Well, when you try to sue your job and then try to fill an application back out, whether they're wrong or right, that usually doesn't go your way.
Pretty much. Yeah. It's like filing that workers' comp, and now I want to come back to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. So that is a very intriguing topic. We let everybody speak on that real quick before we go to the next person. I feel that the letter should have never became public.
And that's
what I feel. Like, I didn't need. Who posted it?
J. Cole. He didn't even post it on his own Instagram. J. Cole posted it.
Well, J. Cole posted it for a reason. You see what I'm saying? See, It's a method behind the madness. So people, when they want stuff to get out, somebody else posts it. I just can't post
it. Yeah.
He wanted that out. He wanted everybody to know, hey, I reached out to the Jets. The Jets signed Trevor Siemian.
Today or yesterday.
That's my point. He ain't getting back in. The Jets not going to do that. Even though PR-wise, they might take a hit from some fans, but every Kaepernick jersey they got will sell every last one of them. I'm just putting it out there. Every last one. How do you feel about that, Justin?
I look at it like a standpoint of like you go to work. Here's the fuse box. Here's the lighter, and that's what all 32 owners are looking at. If you sign Kaepernick, know the consequences, because you will be blackballed with the rest of the owners because they are in this together, and it's simple as that. Like, they have made a pact that we are not going to sign him. We paid you your money, go away. So but under those circumstances are we going to sign you? I question it. He's been out of the league a while. I mean, I know he's looks good with his, camp he's done where he's had put on throws and, shown his ability to throw. I know a lot of guys like CeeDee Lamb worked with him and said he still has like the ability to be a good quarterback. But I just, at 34, and being out of the league, I mean, the league changes a lot with just 1 year. So with the time he's been out, I worry about that.
Okay. And Rodney Johnson, how do you feel about Kaepernick writing a letter wanting to sign with the Jets?
Well, personally, I think they should give him a chance. I really do. Because for one thing, if he plays, that is a big if, the money's going to come. The fans are going to come just to see him play.
Okay.
And you got a bunch of fans out there that dislike him, but you got a lot of fans out there that do like him.
I got you.
And the culture has changed.
Okay. So the question I have for you you want everybody to give him a chance. Why Washington ain't give him a chance?
Because
I'm just asking.
New ownership.
You know, I'm just saying, like, see, the thing is, with giving Kaepernick a chance, it's slim and none, bro. And I hate to say it, like Skinny Britt wrote, Cap needs a chance, man, but where you gonna get one? You know, the only way I see Kaepernick getting back to the NFL, he got to suck it up. He got to eat some humble pie. He got to play in the CFL or something else. He got to play somewhere else to show, oh, I still can do this. Because if you got talent, they gonna find you. Working out, Dez Bryant worked out for a year and a half, and then got signed and tore his goddamn Achilles in camp or something. So my point is, he gonna have to get some tape. After 6 years, people want to see. I want to see you throwing the bullet in traffic, whether it be the CFL, wherever. You know, I'm just saying. You know, I just don't see him playing another.
I mean, if you're a real football player, reach out to the USFL, reach out to the XFL, reach out to the Canadian League.
Hey, Donovan says, has Cap done enough at QB to warrant a job up? I don't think so. You know, I want to see the brother get a job. Trust me, I want to see everybody get a job. And it's just like when you burn bridges.
He had one.
You know when you burn bridges, man, that coming back part, you know, you can't break up with your girl 18 times and think she's going to take you back the 19th time. You know, when she got new cable and the cable man done came.
You took the hush money, and now you want to come back.
And you come back over there, y'all ain't never had no cable. She got cable now? What? Okay. Well, we ain't had no cable for years. But just like that, I got cable now. You're not coming back in there. You're not coming back. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I just had
to do my job. And then every year for 10 years, almost 10 years, I fill an application out. I believe that's insane. When I can go work for another company.
I got to put a disclaimer out there, man. This is not your ordinary sports talk show. We gonna laugh. I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there. Whoo, boy. So I don't know if Cap is going to get another chance. We'll see what the future holds. It just ain't going to work. So, Rodney, what you said? What's going on, Rodney Johnson? What is that mode? Who going to choke? You guys? Rodney, tell me right now, since you're here, Rodney, where do you see the Redskins finishing in the NFC East? What position? Just be honest. Be honest with yourself, for real.
Next to last.
No, y'all let the
next to last. So you're saying third?
Yes.
Okay. You're pretty honest.
Unless we fix the offensive line, we're not going to make it.
Right. Okay. I'm going to be able to tell people more about my Dallas Cowboys in week 6 or 7. Because right now, just like I have in the past, I don't know which team is going to show up. You know, I was hyped after the first 2 weeks. I knew where we was headed. But after week 3, what that song said, skirt. I had to put on the brakes. So right now, I'm disappointed in everything and everybody. So
I'll double down on it. We going 11-6.
11-6. We gave a game away. You know, the Cowboys have a knack of losing a game they shouldn't lose. You know, that year Denver 16-0 us. Then another year, the Indianapolis Colts beat us.
Sam Darnold with the Jets.
Yes.
Jacksonville last year.
Speaking of the Jets, the Golden Boy goes down on the 4th play of the season and shakes up all of New York. But before I let you guys talk about the Jets, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. Let me get on the big screen. The Cowboys are going to beat the Jets with or without Aaron Rodgers, and we really wanted him to play the game. Now, run, tell that. I just had to put that out there. Okay, so the question I got for everybody watching, is it Zach Wilson or the coach? I'm just asking. What do you think, Rod?
I think it's Zach Wilson, because actually Trevor Siemian, when he was in that New York, I don't think he was in the same offense, but I believe last year when Trevor Siemian started, he put up decent numbers. I seen him play in person. He can't throw it from here 25 yards.
So you think it's Zach Wilson?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, Justin?
It's Zach Wilson, because we saw Mike White take that offense last year.
You're right. It's not Trevor Siemian, it's Mike White.
Because Mike White got paid to be the backup to Tua, actually.
Right.
So it's like when it, and even Joe Flacco in that system, he put up numbers a couple games when he was the quarterback. So I believe it's the offensive coordinator as well. And I believe it's Zach Wilson.
You got to pick one. We got to pick one now.
Well, for the argument, I say it's definitely Zach. I feel Zach, his confidence is gone.
Okay. What do you think, Rodney?
Zach.
Why?
He just ain't got it right now.
Okay. I'm gonna go against the grain on this one. I'm gonna say it's the Jets, man, because you picked this guy number one, and you didn't use any of his strengths. You didn't build the offense to his strengths. You want to make him what he's not. You go back and watch his college tape. He ain't just dropping back in the pocket and letting it rip on the third step. That was never his game. They're trying to make him something that he's not. You know, he does have some athletic ability. They don't set the game up. They don't give him the easy throws when to start the game. They want to throw it to that one wide receiver. I just think they putting him in a bad situation, but it's easy to make him the scapegoat. That's just my opinion. You know, I think if he goes somewhere else, sits a couple of years behind somebody, like he was going to do when Aaron Rodgers came, I think he would have been a decent NFL quarterback. I just think some guys can't be thrusted into the spotlight. Even Aaron Rodgers wasn't just thrusted into the spotlight. And I look at it similar. He had to develop his game sitting right behind Brett Favre. So I just think they're putting a lot on this guy that he wasn't ready for, but now he's got to be the scapegoat because they drafted him so high. And a lot of teams draft guys high. And speaking of a guy that was drafted high, that I'm a little ticked off at, where's our high draft pick at? Manzi, has anybody seen him?
I don't know if he got off the bus.
Bruh, I'm a little disappointed, man. The people ran for 220, but we drafted a guy in the first round. I don't like football. I just like hitting people. Well, when you gonna hit somebody? When you gonna hit somebody?
He said that is gonna be a problem.
Go ahead, Justin.
I was a little concerned because when we drafted him, instead of them showing highlights of him playing, all we saw was highlights of him doing box jumps and squatting and bench pressing. Now, that's great at the combine, but that does not help when you put pads on. As Rodney said, when you put the pads on and it's no longer t-shirt and short season,
we see who's who. That separates the pads, separate the boys from the men.
Because the knock on him, the scouting report that I saw was saying when he was at Michigan, he got moved off the ball a lot.
Right.
But now I'm concerned because I'm worried about his conditioning.
Same thing happened in preseason.
We can't draft nobody in the first round from Michigan on defense again.
And then we went on the second pick and drafted Shoemaker, which I'm still scratching my head because, to be honest, Jake Ferguson is the better tight end.
I heard that. I got a question in the comments. I wouldn't mind if Coach Deion Sanders bring Colin Kaepernick with him with the Colorado Buffaloes football just playing. We talking on his coaching staff? Yeah, that might work. That might work. Yeah, but he ain't, that's a whole different level. You can get a job. I want the man to get a job, but I don't even think that's gonna happen because it's around the kids and they don't want to bring that type of energy. I don't think that's gonna happen though, but I wouldn't be opposed to it.
While we're on the state of Colorado, let's talk about the fact that Sean Payton is about to do the best Urban Meyer impersonation to get fired after 1 year after talking all that smack he did on TV about all these other players and coaches. Let's talk about that. Or Russell Wilson about to be a stay-at-home dad.
When you are like the sportscaster, you get to talk about anything you want. Pretty much get to say anything you want.
Yeah.
But then when you get thrusted into action, you get to see it for yourself up close, and you realize,
you don't like
it. He wasn't doing a bad job after all.
It's bad.
Yeah, this stuff. What is 70-20?
Yeah, what Shannon Sharp said, they got a 50-piece with 20 flats and no upcharge.
Exactly, man. Oh my goodness, man. Why? Because
the starting running back, he had 4 touchdowns. The backup running back, he had 4 touchdowns. And then threw a no-look pass in football.
Hey, Kim, I know you avid about Kaepernick getting the job, and I think everybody would like to see it happen. But sometimes, like we're not in a position to hire him ourselves, and we just give our opinions, And my honest opinion, he's not getting one, And that's been a subject that many people have debated for years now, and to this point, most of us have been correct. He's not getting the job. I don't see him getting one this year, and his window is closing rapidly if it already isn't slammed shut. So I see you advocating for him, but it ain't gonna work, babe. I need you to just go ahead and get back to Cowboy Nation, and let's get this win this week. All right, baby? All right, then. Yes. All right, we about to get out of here, man. I need y'all final thoughts, man, of football season. What do you need the football sports world? This can be any topic you want to bring up. What do you need the sports world to know before we leave here? And since we got guests in the house, we're gonna let him speak first. Rodney, what do you need the sports world to know as you guys getting ready to go up against the Eagles?
That even given Sunday.
Right. But you're nervous, ain't it?
No.
You want to make a little lunch wager on that thing?
I knew you was gonna say that.
I didn't say a jersey swap. I said a lunch wager.
I just knew you was gonna say that.
So we got a lunch?
Nah. I need my money for home.
Hey, smart man.
I know that's right. Oh, we got another Redskin fan here. Howard, we wanted you on the show because you be running your fat trap mouth all over the place talking about the Cowboys. You got your little 2-man podcast. You and your grandmama be on live talking about the Cowboys, boy. You think don't nobody hear you? Done got 2 of your friends, 2 little winos from down the street, and y'all be talking about the Cowboys. Oh, I see your little show. I see your little show. You and your girlfriend and your homeboy and your grandmama sitting out there drinking them 40 ounces. Done got what's them things, the deuces. Yeah, talking about the goddamn Cowboys. You done got blowed out, goddamn 30-73, and you talking about something. Anybody see the Cowboy game? No. Did anybody see your game, you piece of trash? Yeah, tell me some good evening, guys. Hey, we need you to be on the show, Howard, because you would probably make the show pop, man. I need you on the show next week, all right? Let me know if you can make the show next week. Just put a yes in the comments, Howard, because we see you talking that. This is what they call slick dissing. That's what Howard do. He slick diss. Y'all know what slick dissing is. He say it, but he don't say it. But you know exactly. Oh, you gonna be on the show next week? We got a yes, y'all. Okay. Can't wait to see you, buddy. I might come back live this week, just Thursday night. No, I'm double booked Thursday night. I got to work. I can't lose no money messing with y'all on the show. But come on with it, man. I'm glad you stepped in, though. I'm glad you stepped in. I'm gonna send you a link, and that goes for anybody else that want to be on the show, man. We got room for everybody. Rodney, tell the people what they need to know in the world of sports, my brother.
My Oregon Ducks put the beat down on them Colorado Buffs, and finally, I can have two teams again. Go Buffs, go Ducks.
You make me sick. Man, why you had to say that, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be so happy.
We fight for wins, not for clicks.
I'm going to be so happy when somebody kick y'all. I'm going to be so happy. Oh, my God.
It's going to be Utah because they owe them.
Hey, now we owe them. We owe them for sure. You right, Justin?
What you got, Justin?
I'm gonna go on the same topic, but I'm gonna go different. Shout out to Haley Von Boris, the first female non-kicker to play in an NCAA football game for the Shenandoah Hornets, which is a D3 team in Virginia.
Hey, and speaking of that same D3 team, my son played a few years for them in his football career. Yeah. So we talked about that this evening. Somebody says, where's Monique? I think Monique just got off work or she's studying. They'll be back next week. Yeah. So what I want to tell the sports world is you got your laugh. Yeah, you got it. You got your laugh. You got your laugh. And I'm glad you got your laugh because it's your last laugh, you know, because we always get the last laugh. You talk about the Cowboys every day anyway. So it doesn't matter if we win or lose. We're going to be the topic of the town anyway. It doesn't really matter. So I need everybody, you, grandma in the back too, because you poking her, you brought her with you. You brought her with you, so she get what you get. We coming. Ain't that right, Rodney? We coming.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
And
if you're a New England Patriot fan, Tom Brady ain't coming out that tunnel Sunday. Bet that. 38-9. I'm going to say it again. Cowboy Nation, man. All right, look.
We got a developing story, too.
What you got?
The question, the story that was going on was about the question that we had here was, is it the Jets or is it Wilson? Uh-huh. The Jets are now saying that a report is coming out that Robert Saleh, the head coach, the defense is unhappy with him. Something to watch.
Hey, that's what I was saying. You know, but just like we all say every week, there ain't but one nation, and that's the Cowboy Nation. So until the next time, we gonna holler at y'all. It's your boy, C.J. Richardson, Rodney Jones-Bey, Justin, and my man, Rodney Johnson. We just football fans. Good night. God bless. We love you.